Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Samantha. This is the Budget Mum UK. This channel is all for you if you're into all things to do with budgeting, financing, looking for ways to save money, hacks, ideas, hints, tips, and everything else in between. A fantastic life without having to spend too much money. We follow my journey on finally getting rid of my last little bits of debt and then seeing what we can actually do when we focus and plan and put our mind to it. I'm aiming to save £10,000 this year. I kind of hope I smash that and then some. I've got lots of ideas to do it. I've got lots of plans and lots of things I've got going on in the background. Feel free to grab some of those ideas. Feel free to jump onto our Facebook page, The Budget Mum UK, and lots of support, lots of ideas, great community on the whole, and I feel very lucky and privileged to be a part of it. So if you are new, I'd love it if you could hit the subscribe button and then hit the thumbs up like icon, and then why not hit the bell notification so that you know every single time I upload a video just like this one for free, which is of course the best price. And if you're already subscribed, then thank you so much. You know how much I appreciate, love you, and you have made such an incredible impact on me and my life and my children's lives. Thank you. Right, let's get stuck into today's video. We're going to be closing down my week 3 of January, seeing where I've been a bit naughty, bit spendy. Yeah, things went on, but I've reined it in. You're gonna be all right. I feel like it's justified. I'll explain more as we go into it. We'll go into it, and yeah, let's get stuck in then. So yeah, a bit of a spend this week because even though I'm on this massive no spend, low spend, there was a deal. It was a really good deal. I'll come towards it and I'll explain what happened. And I think you'll think it was okay, because I can see I can justify anything to myself, but we'll go through what I did spend. So let's go over to the 14th. It was baby shower, and Mum and my auntie both bought me a lemon soda. Last of the big drinkers. Throw my pen away. And then Sunday was, well, we just stayed at home really, but I did have to put petrol in because I was on those dregs, and I just put £50 in. So that was that. And then on the 16th, I did have to get some groceries ready for the week, and that came to £46.58. 17th was a no spend day. It was supposed to be filming. And we moved it to, wasn't even Thursday, we moved it to Friday. Over here, Friday morning. So it was a no spend day, which is quite good. And yeah, so I've got the date for that as well. So that is going to be out on Sunday the 5th. The first Sunday in February, like 7 o'clock, Channel 5. You can check it out. Some great ideas on how to save money for holidays, getting a bargain holiday. Incidentally, that is what I want to talk about on my splurge and my spend for this week rather, or for the month probably as well. So let's carry on. On the 18th, went to Lion King. I don't know if you've seen Lion King. It is a fantastic show. However, I did have an issue with the seat that we were in, because we were out in the God. There were tickets bought for Holly for her birthday, and the seat that I had was actually broken. And because of the time that we arrived, I always find this, like, no matter how early I leave, it just takes forever to get to the theatre in Manchester. And so we were on the last minute, and I realised the seat was broken as I sat on it because I almost slipped off it. And there was no seats in front of me. So I ended up having to like wedge my coat and my bag under the corner of the chair that was broken. I was just like, right, we'll just get on. It won't be as bad as all that. I kept falling off the chair because there was nothing in front of it, and it was just straight down. It was just such an awkward angle. So at the interval, which is when we did nip out to the McDonald's across the road, which is always handy, like 20 minutes, how quick can you eat a cheeseburger? Because we didn't have time beforehand, as I'd hoped. We got back and I spoke to the usher guy, and he's tried the seat and he's like, oh yeah, it is broken. He said, but it's only one side, so you'll be fine, won't you? And I was thinking, well, no, but there's clearly nowhere else to sit. So he said, well, somebody will fix it in the morning. I thought, well, that's no good to me. But yeah, so the next couple of days, my back was in agony. So I did send an email over just explaining, but I've not heard back. Not heard back as yet, so I'm a bit annoyed about that. So I might have to do a bit of chasing with that. Not sure what I want to come of it, but maybe just some acknowledgement of having to sit on a broken chair. I couldn't even concentrate on the second half, and if it hadn't been like Holly's birthday present, I probably would have got up and left and made a bit more of a scene, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it wasn't the best seat at all, just because of the discomfort, really. Anyway, did have to get those cheeseburgers. We got it from the McDonald's, so I spent £7.76, and also fries. And then I had to pay for parking. The parking was actually really random. I had to download the app, and it was a really specific amount. It came to £7, and it was 72p, which I thought was really bizarre. So they like clock you going in with your reg plate and then clock you going out, which is great because it used to be the queues were always horrendous for paying to get out of there. So I didn't think it was too bad for city centre of Manchester and everything else. I think we did about 3 hours because it was literally the same minute I arrived. It was the same minute after the hour that we left, so it was quite good. I decided to take it out of my petrol envelope. I had £5 in my petrol envelope, and I'm just going to have to suck up the other £2.72 basically. That's what it came from. I'll have to pop that on there as well, groceries, because it didn't. Then on the 19th was a work day again, but it was another no spend day. Now this is where I got a little bit naughty. It's because for Christmas, my brother had brought my mum and dad a weekend away in Llandudno in Wales, and he got it as part of a travel company thing, and it was a good deal. It was a dinner, bed and breakfast, and there was 2 shows on the Friday and the Saturday night, and he kept saying, you know, can you come with me, just so, you know, I've got someone else with him, because he was initially taking his youngest daughter, and then his teenage daughter was going, like 5 days beforehand. I was like, look, I've not budgeted for it, not planned it, I just don't know. And it was something like £80-90 per person, which was a good deal because it was your dinner included, your breakfast included, your bed included, and you know, it was, and it's London, and it was the really nice on the sea sort of hotel, the Grand Hotel. But then it was going to be for 3 of us, and I looked at the price, and they still wanted it was just asking for £10 less for Alexander, and Holly would have been, well, was the same price as an adult. I was like, that's £200. I just can't. I haven't got it. It was nearly enough, £300, plus obviously petrol getting there. Anyway, I went on booking.com, and I went via Top Cashback because I was trying to get the extra money off. It was just, you know, it wasn't coming out right. And then I happened to go on directly onto the website via Top Cashback. So Top Cashback was giving, it worked out at around about £12 back. And the booking itself was £164 for the 3 of us, so for me and Holly and Alexander. And then obviously £12 off, which brought £152. So I was like, hang on. So basically £50 each for 2 nights, for your dinner, for your breakfast, for a nice trip to London. And I was like, do you know what? This might work out after all. So I've gone through my envelopes, I've gone through my binders, and like justified it because Holly really wanted to go, especially once her older cousin was going. So I did book it. I went, even on my no spend month. Look, I'm thinking 2 nights in Wales. The kids got to go to the beach. They had a great time. It was freezing, but it was fun, you know, and it was just something different, and you could spend that much. And do you know what? I had the heating on the whole weekend. I was like, yes, I'm getting my money's worth out of this heating. I had that heat on, and it was really good. And do you know what we ended up with? Like the corner room. So I could have booked it for just 3 beds, a double bed and a single, or for the same price, I could have had it for the space for 4 people. I was like, well, I'll get the space for 4 people in case a cousin wanted to share rooms with us or whatever. It was a corner, it was massive. We're overlooking the beach. I bet in the height of summer, that's an absolute fortune. It's not the newest hotel. It's not the most up to scratch hotel. But it was fantastic for what we had and what we needed it for, and it was just nice to have a little break. So this is where I got the money from. How are we ready? So I went through my envelopes. I had money in my Top Cashback. No, sorry, what am I talking about? I had money in my Pay It Forward envelope. There was £25 in there, and it's been sat there for ages. So I've taken it out. I didn't have anything I wanted to pay it forward for. I've taken it out. I also call that my tips one, so it is on my Etsy store if people wanted to leave tips and things, and that's where that money's come from. So there's 25 from there. Then I took out some from my Time For Me, which had, I think, £20 in it. I was like, well, it is time for me, isn't it, really? So that's now empty. And then I took, because Holly's quite happy with this, money out of Holly's, money out of Alex's. It's just spending money. It's the pocket money. And they're like, look, we want to go to... No, Alex can't really say much. He's just like... But he was so excited as well. No idea what Wales is. But he was telling everyone at nursery he was going to Wales. I just felt like that was money well spent. They did take some money out of there as well for a little bit of pocket money as well. So the total in the end as well, because I ended up... And if you were sat in the same traffic as me, you have my full sympathy. Motorway closed. So we started... It took us 4 hours instead of... 2 to get there. By the time we got there, they'd stopped serving food for whatever reason. They'd closed the restaurant at 7:15. Apparently that was their thing. So the next night we're okay, but by the time I finished work and picked the children up from school, it was like 8 o'clock before we got there, and the restaurant was closed. So I was like, well, we'd like some money back, please. So in the end, I nipped to like the little Sainsbury's around the road, and it cost £107. So I'm really happy with that. I don't know how to quantify that, but I'm just going to put Wales. And it was great. We have a lovely time. So there we go. Right, let's see. I'm going to colour it in and make it look pretty. I just realised I've just had a complete brain funk moment because on Tuesday I actually did my first, get rid of this, Too Good To Go order from Aldi. And I posted it on my Instagram, posted it on a Facebook page, The Budget Mum UK. And it was £3.30, and because it comes direct debit out to you, you have to set up and pay that way. You can't just like pay cash because you have to pay in advance. I completely forgot. So yeah, I went to pick that up, and do check that out. I'm going to make a little TikTok on that as well. So I spent £3.30 on Too Good To Go, so it was groceries as well. And like I said, it came out of my direct debit, so I hadn't accounted for that in terms of in my groceries. So if I look at my... I mean, what, to be fair, it's £3.30, isn't it? And it's essentially probably what? Yeah, £3. No, if I took £3.30 out, I'd be left with 12p for this week only. I'm going to leave it in because I want to do my penny saving challenge. So, but going forward, because I've got another one coming up, and I'm going to try and do more of these as well, because I do Olio, which is free, but I enjoyed what I got in there, and I thought it was like an absolute bargain. So I'm just going to, I'm saying I'm going to do these things. I'm going to find my pens for this. So I've got some of them here, and I don't know why some of them once more, as always, have disappeared. The joy of having children in the house, it means you don't get to keep your own stuff. I think that's the same pen. Groceries, let's do this. Yes, that's that colour. And we've got, I haven't used Beauty yet, Time For Me. What do I do this one under? Ultimately, because it just came from loads of different pots. And I'm going forward, like from February, because I'm hoping to get my new sinking fund set up for mini holidays, which is one of my goals for this year for myself. I'm already hitting it. Look at me go. I spent, it was 107 on the holiday, and then we had spending money and other little things that came out of the children's envelopes and whatnot in the end. It just came from different parts. I'm just going to put it as an anomaly. Anomaly, I don't know what you call that. It's one of those. There was cash there, and it was just brought from all sorts of different regions. So that's an actual pen. That's no good. Let's do. I'll probably use that. Let's use green for petrol, because I've not done petrol. Oh yeah, petrol there. Petrol here. We'll call that. Then what else have I not? Eating out. Let's do that one. Do that under this one. Yellowy. Colour. And then, what do you colour an anomaly in? I don't know, like, what other colours I've got that I've not used. I don't know. I'll go over here. Very nice I've got loads of pinks. There's too many pinks. I'm just going to circle you. Any advice, put them in the comments, honestly. Honestly, it's because I'm writing anonymously. Anomaly. Is that IE? I'm only a teacher, who knows? So yeah, that's where we're up to. That's closing down this week. And yeah, that's going to put all this now into my check-in or check-out, whatever you want to call it. So we've got groceries, beauty, time for meat, petrol, and these now, which is all these. So and just for now, because I'm gonna have to put anomaly because it's just pulled from lots of stupid places. So what do we have? That time for meat is now emptied. It was, what I said, about 20, was it 10 or 20? I've forgotten what I took out now. So 20 came out of time for me. What did I put in there? Nothing went into it, so that's okay. Groceries, I put in 40 and I spent, oops, 330, 49.88. I'm going to just leave that as dead, as empty, because regardless of, even if I counted that extra £3.30, it's going in my savings, my little penny saving challenge. Anyway, petrol, ultimately I spent all 55, didn't I? Because, again, so I've been really quite naughty this week, really naughty this week. And what did I put in to start with? 20. I'm basically broke this week. I'm broke. But you know what? We had a lovely time, and that's what matters. And we did it on a budget. That also matters. Eating out, I didn't put any in. So what have I spent? £7.76. And beauty, did I put any in beauty then? Beauty got 20. I haven't spent any there. I did think about taking it out of the beauty just because it was a more full envelope. This anomaly, I just don't even know what to do with it. I need to sort that out. I suppose the idea of this means that I know I need to start to budget. That's the idea, isn't it? Ultimately, is to say, look, I've spent money here and I've not budgeted properly for it. Going forward, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. So let's pop this. Oh, it says reminder. Ultimately, I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left. Let's see what's in here. Eating out. We're going to take the change out. And so that's empty, effectively. I wasn't doing anything with the children's, and then I've ended up like spending money out of it. So Beauty's got 30 left in. 30 petrol, nothing. Definitely need to replace that because now I've gone to Wales and back and sat on the motorway for 17,000 hours. It's drained again. And groceries also completely off. Done that time for me. I said time for me is empty. Well, it is anyway. I've got £30. That's the lowest. Not even anything in there, is there? That's the lowest my fluid envelopes has been for a long, long time. Let's put this in our penny saving challenge then. I've hauled this over from across the room. It's like a gym workout, this. So let's zoom you in. I've got, oh, what, £2? I always forget this. Always forget this. My £2 coin jar. So I've got 2 of them. I can scribble this off. I keep saying this, I need to invest in a new package for that because, like, there's no way that's going to hold much more. It's going to break. So what leaves me with 1, 20, 30, 40, 60, 166, 166. I can sign off. Done. And that is it. Right, do you agree? Was that the wrong thing to do? Because I feel like it was a good thing to do because I enjoyed it. And actually, you know, when you think about how much you would have spent anyway staying at home in terms of food and heating it alone, it would have saved me a fortune, and everything else, then yeah, I think I've done all right. I'm not, and that was one of my targets for this year, was to see more of the UK. So already we're ticking Wales off that list, and I'm happy about that. Might get one of those little maps of the UK and stick some pins in it or something. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Right, thank you so much for joining me. Have yourself an amazing day, and I will see you really, really soon. Bye.